In 2015, the challenges for manufacturers and drivers to overcome in the World Touring Car Championship are many. Citroën won both titles the previous year. They wouldn't be settling for any less. And Honda had to try and catch up, having been dominated by their French rivals. Lada was to come with a new car, and as always, the drivers had their own agendas. A new track, the Nordschleife of the Nürburgring, would raise questions about how the cars and drivers would fare. Paquito Lopez, the champion. His teammates Sebastian Loeb and Yvan Muller would be his major rivals. But it wouldn't just be them. There's Honda with Tarquini, Montero and Michelisz. And a cast of talented stars and cars to take the championship to another level. Visits to Thailand and Qatar would be first-time stops on the World Touring Car Championship trail. But they would also head to Argentina and Morocco, to Russia, to Germany, to France and Slovakia, Hungary, Portugal, China and Japan. It all starts in Argentina, Termas de Rio Hondo. The champion Paquito Lopez on pole doesn't make the greatest start at home in race one. Yvan Muller has the advantage and passes his rival into the first turn. But Muller goes out wide, there's a bump, and Lopez is back in front. Sebastian Loeb is third, determined to make more of his season. He's ahead of the Hondas of Montero and Tarquini. A mistake by Bennani, new to the Citroën team. Bad news for Rob Huff. Broken right rear corner. It's a disaster.
Say what Bennani is a proper. What Bennani is, what a box.
Alors lui, le pauvre.
After a relatively uneventful race, Paquito Lopez has built a big gap on his two teammates. Pole position, race one and victory number one. Lopez leads Muller and Loeb across the line. It's a Citroën 1, 2, 3. The French team continuing where they left off. But Lopez has already got the points lead. He started 5 races in Termas de Rio Hondo so far and has won 4 of them. Race 2 will be won by Loeb. But Lopez leaves his home country in the championship lead.
Yeah, it was not the best start I could have, but I know I had the outside line, and it's difficult. You know, I think the maneuver was possible because Yvan, in fact, went a little bit long and let me the space to go in. And then this track is very, very dirty outside, and we touch a little bit, and always the car outside is the one who loses, unfortunately. But for me, it was very important, you know, to go through. I think it was on the limit, but it was a fair maneuver.
Stop 2, Marrakesh in Morocco. All eyes on the local hero, Mehdi Bennani. With his Sebastian Loeb Racing Run Citroën, he claims second on the grid, right behind Jose Maria Lopez. Really complicated to start these cars. There's so many things you need to know. He's worked on it, but he's only had 2 race starts in the Citroën in Argentina. He's still learning the car. His teammates have much more experience. Bernani doesn't start well, but Mar is off like a scalded cat from the front row, challenging Lopez for the lead immediately. Lopez has the inside line and sticks to it.
Tu es bien. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Là, il s'est fait prendre la position.
Bernani's being shuffled back down the pack by the Citroën factory drivers. Lopez, Mar, Loeb, then Bernani, and the Honda's queuing up behind. And Coronel is hit by his teammate.
Okay, got hit by my teammate. Thank you very much. Hit by Chilton. He hit me very hard.
Chilton hit him and he crashed.
Went straight in the chicane. Completely stupid.
Meanwhile, in fourth place, Mehdi Bernani is piling the pressure on Sebastian Loeb for third as Lopez continues to lead from Mar.
C'est pas grave, il met la pression.
It's good, he's piling on the pressure. Behind, Muller finally gets by Thiago Montero's Honda for fifth.
Regarde.
But look, Mehdi's attacking Loeb again.
Ah, parce qu'il a coupé.
Oh, no, he cut the chicane. Indeed he had, Bernani knew it and had no option but to hand back the place.
Il est obligé, c'est pas grave, c'est fait exprès.
Don't worry, he had to give it back, it's normal.
Il est obligé.
As Bernani battled for third, Lopez led Mar to the line. And in the end, Loeb's tenacity held out for the final podium spot. Second win of the season for Jose Maria Lopez as he continues to show his pace. Mehdi Bernani, fourth place and victory in the Yokohama Trophy. And from one home driver to another in Budapest, the third race weekend, the local hero Norva Mikulis, starting race 2 from pole with the Chevrolets of Chilton and Coronel right behind. Good start from Mikulis. Meanwhile, Tarquini on the grass right at the back as Chilton tries to hold off his teammate Coronel and fails. The Dutchman up into second in the yellow and white Chevrolet. And then here comes the charge down to the first corner. Lopez hits Loeb, who then hits Mar, who then hits Huff.
Wiped out by Citroën, my friend, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. We'll try to get it back.
Is the car okay?
No, rear left suspension, mate. Rear left suspension.
It's Huff's 5th retirement from 6 races so far. Even Citroën bosses admire the pace of Mikulis. He is tearing away from the field. Clear of Coronel and Chilton.
One lap.
3 times before, Norby has won at home. Now he takes his 4th career victory. Tom Coronel and Tom Chilton, 2nd and 3rd. Montero 4th, ahead of Loeb and Lopez. But all eyes are on one man, Norby.
Well done, boys. Congratulations. Woo.
What a lucky man I am. I mean, to have a race victory in front of these people is just amazing.
Hey, if I would be the producer, this would be the scenario. Huh? You number one here, and me too. Thank you. You were good, directly in the beginning. Huh?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Pushed a lot.
I saw it. I thought, okay, I cannot catch you, so I tried to control behind. But you were gone.
Yeah.
You were gone. But all the race pace, you were moving away.
yeah.
Huh? Tommy!
And now, the champagne!
Germany's Nürburgring, the Nordschleife, perhaps the biggest challenge of the year for any driver. 21 sinuous and dangerous kilometres face the World Touring Car field. For some, a dream come true. For others, a nightmare about to happen. It's race 2. Thiago Monteiro starts on pole ahead of Tom Coronel and Gabriele Tarquini. As Monteiro makes a good start, Gabriele dives inside Coronel in the first corner.
First and second.
But Tarquini doesn't stay second for long. Ivan Muller-Sichon has pace.
L'ha tenuto largo.
He pushed him wide. Meanwhile, Coronel's under pressure. The yellow Chevrolet has got Mehdi Bennani behind.
Derrière Mehdi, il me semble que c'est Ma après.
Behind Mehdi,
Petito,
there's
et
Mar,
après, c'est-
Lopez and Loeb. To nobody's very great surprise, Ivan Muller-Sichon simply blasts by leader Thiago Monteiro's Honda on the long straight. The Frenchman out front. Bennani slipstreamed by Coronel, so does Mar. They're queuing up to get by. From seemingly miles back, Lopez also dives bomb Coronel, and Loeb does likewise. It's Muller, Monteiro, Tarquini, then Bennani, Mar, Lopez, Loeb, Coronel and Huff. In the slipstream, Mar pulls out and blows by Bennani. The Moroccan driver unable to defend, and here comes Lopez. The speeds are high, the strengths are long. And the slipstream, well, the force is with Lopez. He too goes by Bennani, closes on the Hondas and Mar. Lopez started 10th on the grid and is working his way up when Mar has a huge moment in front of him. From barrier to barrier, he misses everybody. Chinese driver is okay. The Sichons are built strong as well as fast. But in fourth place, Lopez has lost ground on the lead trio. But not for long. As they get to the carousel, he's already hunting down Tarquini for third. And in front of them lies the Dottinger Höhe. Ivan Muller, the leader. But the man on the move, as he pulls out and goes by Monteiro, is Lopez. First he leapfrogged Tarquini for third, then Monteiro for second. And then he's right with Muller.
non è possibile.
It's not possible. It is. Muller somehow manages to cling on. Lopez second, Montero third, ahead of Tarquini in fourth. It was high drama on a stunning circuit. The Nordschleife ticked all the boxes. Before you tame this circuit, you've got to do a lot of laps. I haven't tamed it yet. I'm generally pretty cautious, and the older I am, the more generally pretty cautious I get. With a win in race 1 and second in race 2, Lopez continues to extend his championship advantage over teammates Muller and Loeb. It's the kind of race where you're happy it's over, I tell you. When I saw the checker flag, I was so pleased. I was okay. It was tense, but I enjoyed it, but it's tough. Some corners you say to yourself, oh, if I go off. After only 4 events, it seems clear that the championship will again be dominated by the 3 Citroens, and the world champion will be either Lopez or Muller or Loeb. And one has momentum on his side. The 5th race weekend of the season, Moscow Raceway. The opposite of the Nordschleife. It's tight, twisty and technical, but it's always been spectacular. Thiago Monteiro starts on pole with Nicky Katzberg alongside in the Lada, Hugo Vallant in 3rd. The Citroens at the back of the reverse grid. There is a chance for someone else to have some glory. Paquito Lopez starts from 9th, but his car moves before the lights change. Bad news for him. Good news for Muller is he's starting to carve his way through the field. Montero starts well, and Mikulic puts his Honda into 2nd as they bump and bore behind.
It was a good start.
Yeah, good start.
Lopez, with the threat of a jump start penalty, makes contact with Muller. Side by side down the straight they come. And finally, Lopez keeps his nose inside in turn 1 and 2. Montero and Mikulic, then Katzberg and Vallant. Tarquini pushes Huff into Mar.
Tarquini hit me into Mar.
Okay, copy, everything fine?
Yeah, other than I pushed Mar out, I completely pushed Mar out.
Tarquini on the attack. Hugo Vallant in the number 7 Chevrolet is his next target. This the battle for 5th. The Italian throws it up the inside and rubs his way through. Huff now only has his rookie teammate Nick Katzberg between him and the podium. Through he goes for 3rd. Contact further back though, Katzberg knocked off, and Tarquini pays the price.
It looked like he was trying to give Tarquini room.
Lopez has been penalised for the jump start and won't score any points. Huff desperate to try and get by Norbert Mikulic for 2nd. Contact, and the Lada's through in Russia. Montero sees the danger, but he wins his first race of the season and a first race for Honda. Huff takes 2nd, Mikulic 3rd, Lada rookie Katzberg is 4th. With his win, Montero reinforces 4th place in the championship, but he's not close enough to challenge Lopez, Muller and Loeb. It's the first Lada Vesta podium in the Touring Car Championship.
Second. Got the Norby with 4 laps to go.
You're catching up, you're catching up.
Well done, mate. Brilliant, huh? Really good. I had nothing left at the end, huh? I was all in the beginning.
Well done.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, man.
Last 6 laps I have
Hey, stop waving. Take a photo.
There's one flag, push this flag.
In Slovakia, Ivan Muller knows he needs to outscore Lopez, and soon, and frequently. If not, his title chances will recede. For Sebastian Loeb, the issue is just as pressing. Muller won race 1, but Loeb was second. Lopez was second and Loeb was third. In race 2, Jaap van Lagen, the pole sitter in the Lada. Gabriele Tarquini alongside in the Honda. And Tarquini wins the run down to the first corner. Van Lagen has already got a Citroën inside.
Vai, tieni sta cazzo di staccata.
Mamma mia, the 3 Citroens.
What the hell?
In 2 corners.
Loeb, Lopez and Muller have got by Van Lagen and Valland with no dramas at all. And now they are hunting down Tarquini. It's only lap 1 and the Italian has a long race of defence in front. Loeb, the first to come calling, piles the pressure on. And the Frenchman finally makes it through. He leads. Now comes Lopez. Outside, inside, the classic turn 1 move. Lopez is through for second. And Muller is right behind his old friend and teammate. But not for long. Through in the fastest corner on the track. Ivan has the grip to spare. Tarquini's out of the points. Lopez heads off and chases Loeb, but the Frenchman takes his second win of the season. Lopez a couple of meters back, Muller in third, Tarquini in fourth. Loeb hadn't won since the second race in Argentina more than 3 months earlier, but he led a Citroën 1-2-3. You won? Well done, same as last year.
World Touring Car Championship. In third position, Ivan Muller.
Circuit Paul Ricard Le Castellet in France, home event for the Citroën Racing team. With Sebastian Loeb on pole position, he goes on to win race 1 in style ahead of teammates Ivan Muller and Pachito Lopez. 2 race wins on the bounce for Loeb. Is the championship suddenly going to change its form? Race 2, Mehdi Bennani on pole, but he jumps the start.
Oh, Bennani! Drive-through penalty.
Huff's out of the race by this stage, having had a damaged car in race 1. Michelis passes Van Lagen for second. Mar already up to 5th behind Montero as Hugo Valland hangs on to 6th. at least until they get on to the long Mistral Straight. Maar gets around the larger Van Lagen. Vallant doesn't. Dutchman snaps sideways, and around the outside goes Loeb. It's a free-for-all down the straight. The Citroen slipstreaming everybody to get by. Loeb's progress is relentless. He follows his teammates in the wheel tracks. Muller inside Chilton for 8th. But then suddenly, Loeb in trouble. He's hit a tyre stack and ripped the corner off the car. Loeb's chances of winning are over. For Muller, meanwhile, it's a golden opportunity. He goes by Vallant for 4th, 5th. Cornugo used Muller to catch up Van Lagen. Muller is already there. Passes the Lada for 4th. To avoid a shunt, Vallant runs off course. And that costs him 6th place as Tarquini nips through. Lopez drives straight around the outside of Montero, but there's contact. And the Honda driver spins. Lopez loses ground to Maar.
Lopez is on the line and Thiago's pushing him out the track, but those barriers are there, so tough.
Puoi fare qua. You cannot destroy just a race like this.
No, gliel'ho scritto.
In turn 1, Lopez tries on Maar what he did to Montero. But the Chinese driver holds on. Lopez has the inside line. Maar cuts back. Lopez makes it through. Finally, he catches Mikulits. Through he goes to take the lead. Lopez wins it, Mikulicz 2nd, Maar and Muller 3rd and 4th, Tarquini in 5th spot. It's the 5th win for Lopez in the season, but he hadn't won for 6 straight races.
Sometimes you have to be happy with the 2nd place.
The champagne!
I'm confident. I mean, if you see the videos, I'm outside. How can I do that? I mean, I was just fighting, staying like this and outside the track. As I say, I assume my risk because I try outside, but you know, you cannot really push like this. He pushed me really hard.
A new event, Villarreal, the street circuit in the port wine region of Portugal. The 8th race weekend, and the track that was used in the 50s, the 60s and the 70s has been revived. Race 1 goes to Jose Maria Lopez, his 6th win of the season. Sebastian Loeb and Norman Mikulicz join him on the podium. And for race 2, it's Maar who starts on pole ahead of Muller. The Ladas get away slowly. Thiago Montero spots the gap, which vanishes just as quickly, and the Portuguese is in the wall at home. It doesn't take long for his race to end and his car to be wrecked. He and Van Lagen are out as debris flies everywhere.
Safety car, safety car.
Safety car, safety car.
Okay, Jaap is out. Jaap is out. Montero being totally crazy, just like they seem to move on Jaap.
As they go green again, Maar leads. Muller chases, then Katzberg in the remaining Lada, Tarquini in his Honda, Mikulic in his, then Loeb and Lopez. As Marr builds a lead over Muller. The Lada holds third with Tarquini behind. Katzberg under pressure now. Loeb pushing Mikulic. Everybody's getting stuck behind Katzberg, say the Citroën drivers and team. Thiago Monteiro checked out from the medical centre with no injuries. Katzberg tyres are gone. Tarquini goes by. Norby goes by too, and Loeb. But it doesn't quite work. Loeb is in the barriers. Mikulic takes fourth. Katzberg will drop down to sixth, then hits the barriers with relentless force.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
A big crash. Red flag. And Marr, the race winner. Muller and Tarquini complete the podium. You're the only guy who overtook anybody in either race. I'm strong, you know. You were strong. Or we were strong. I'm still strong, I don't know about you. With the European season over, it's time to head to Japan and the circuit of Motegi, a first visit to the Twin Ring. Valente starts race 2 in pole. Katzberg, Monteiro and Muller give chase, and again Valente struggles to get the car off the line. Monteiro has the lead and trouble behind. Mikulic hits Bernani and Lopez from behind. Lopez is out. His chance of winning the championship here has gone.
I don't know how the idiots are. How you do to do that in a start? We are in the world champion. We are professional riders. That's something that a guy who doesn't know what to make.
Meanwhile, Tarquini pushes Marr.
Good for us. Tarquini and Marr under investigation.
More contact. Third place Muller lifts Valente's rear end off the ground.
Cofano aperto, cofano aperto.
Oh, he pushed him right up.
Hugo Muller va plus être dangereux, il doit rentrer, il est au rouge-orange.
Muller's been given the black and orange flag. He'll be back into the pits. He won't be a danger for you. Gaffer tape to the ready. Huff, Tarquini and Loeb battle for third. Loeb gets by Tarquini, but the yellow Lada is still in a podium position. And somehow Huff clings on. Huff's using all the road. And as Loeb gets stuck behind the former world champion, another one gets by. Tarquini retakes fourth. Tarquini going behind me so fast, he hit me in the rear, pushed me into Valente. I was on the brakes, but he took us all out. Meanwhile, great battle as Loeb and Tarquini get to rubbing once more. Huff hangs on to third and lets them get on with it. So Thiago Monteiro wins his second race of the season. Victory for Honda on Japanese soil. Valente and Huff rounding out the podium. Shanghai in China, where Citroën has a golden opportunity to clinch the Manufacturers' Championship before season's end. Race 1 is on. Katzberg starting third behind Lopez and Marr. Marr stalls though. Katzberg's poor start allows Muller, Loeb and 5 others to get by him, while Vallant finally gets going. In turn 1, John Philippi spins and all hell breaks loose in front of the pack. He's hit by Coronel, then by Chilton, who also clatters into Montero. Coronel ends his race in a most dramatic manner. Then Tarquini hits Huff hard. Away from the chaos, Lopez leads Muller, Loeb and Katzberg in the Lada.
Yeah, Gabrielli totally f***ed me. He was totally in my ass the whole time.
Coronel is out and that car's going to take some time to move while Huff tries to make it back to the pits.
Tarquini ran very wide, Filippi ran wide, I was on the side of Filippi, even like this, and Filippi just started to close the door. I braked, I really braked, big time, because you can see at once I go like this, and I clipped him, and then he spun and he hit me on the right rear.
I mean, he's understanding your speed. This is my fault.
Okay, good.
But the problem is the suspension broke. It's not because I touched it.
Okay, well that's fine. But then tell me you're sorry that you've touched me the first time,
sure.
and then say they broke your car.
I told you.
Good.
It's my fault.
Good. Okay.
My fault.
As the race resumes, Lopez heads to victory ahead of Muller and Loeb. Again, the Argentine outscores his rivals. But with Citroën's 1-2-3, the French manufacturer claims a second manufacturer's title.
A victory plus the title for Citroën.
Yeah, of course. I had the pressure of Ma. You know, he was really strong here, you know. But the important thing, the main objective of the team, of everybody, it was the Manufacturers World Championship, and you know, I'm very proud to be part of it, and I have 3 fantastic teammates, fantastic team.
Heading into new territory in Thailand and the circuit of Buriram. With a local Thai driver adding to the local interest. Pachito Lopez now with a chance to claim his championship. Like Citroën, a second consecutive. He starts from the front of the field. Trouble behind. Coronel hits Nico Lapierre in the Lada, who clashes with teammate Katzberg, and all 3 are out. In turn 5, Vallant's Chevy dives inside Montero, Muller and Chilton. More carnage. Mikulicz can't avoid chaos and hits the Frenchman. 2 more cars are out. It was Montero, Chilton and Muller. They touched in turn 5, they all went wide. I had a good line inside to get by them. And then at the end of the corner, I got hit from behind. Once the debris has been cleared away, the race resumes, and it's a smooth trip. Lopez leaves Loeb. And the Argentine wins the title. I think he's crying and shaking as he holds the Argentine flag.
È stato
papá en línea,
From home in Argentina, his father calls.
Al papá, ok.
Buen día. Bueno, ya está. Se dio de nuevo, así que bueno, gracias viejo por todo lo que has hecho por mí, por todo lo que has empujado y has creído en mí, así que te agradezco a vos, a toda la familia. Y lamentablemente te tengo que dejar porque ya me subo al auto, así que campeonato difícil para eso también, pero te agradezco, siempre voy a ser agradecido por lo que has hecho por mí. Gracias.
He thanks his father for all the sacrifices he'd made to help him get where he was, and then enjoys the moment. From Buriram in Thailand, where the race was stopped because night fell, to Doha in Qatar, where night was all part of the equation. For the first time, night racing. Race 2, the final race in Qatar, the final race in 2015. Young Frenchman John Philippi on pole, with Ivan Muller close behind. Battle for the Independence Trophy between Bennani and Mikulits. Philippi makes a full start and he will end up with a penalty. Muller and Marr try to go by around the outside, but the Corsican holds on in his Chevrolet. Loeb knocks Katzberg into a spin and breaks the left rear wheel. The Lada uncontrollable. Tarquini then shunts Lopez from behind. The world champion knocked out wide, losing places. Katzberg's Lada is also causing drama. Dusty and Chilton are out.
Fuck my life, I was so close to hitting Mickey. I was so close to hitting Mickey. Jesus.
At the restart, Muller sends it down the inside of Philippi, who shuts the door a little too late. Muller wins as Marr and Mikulits race on, and Lopez battles for position. The final win of the year goes to Muller. Norby on the podium takes the Independence Trophy, and Sebastian Loeb has competed on his final day for Citroën after 14 years.
Voilà, un grand plaisir en tout cas d'avoir bossé avec vous tout ce temps.
It's been a fantastic pleasure, a joy to work with you for all these years. Thank you everyone for everything you've done. Citroën retain Lopez and Muller for 2016, their last year in the championship.
2010, I set the target to win the overall world championship. So I won't give up until I manage to achieve this goal.
Bravo.
Thank you everybody for the long hours you spend in front of your computers. You use them so much, I can see the smoke coming out.
It's very difficult to tell because you also have to realize that in a world championship, I mean, you have to have full factory support.
En fait, j'ai attaqué du début à la fin.
I attacked from start to finish because I was enjoying it so much. Even with a big lead, I just kept pushing because I was finally having so much fun.
Enfin.
That sometimes you have to make difficult decisions, not based on emotion. It's a professional world. Sometimes it's hard. Yeah, but I guess I have to make a decision which helps me to improve as a racing car driver and to get closer to winning the World Championship.
So maybe Norby and Zengo will go their own way next year. Whatever it seems as a driver, the World Touring Car Championship bids goodbye to Sebastian Loeb, as it does to 2015. Next year, a new